Today is the day. Today is the day that I'm about to address this to members of the antifa, that it is today for the people are now protesting for the No King rally. To all my people, Americans, we may know what happened just for now, every day what's happening in America. Since what President Trump is doing is unlawful, illegal thing for what he is doing. And he is no above the law, and he has no authority to send those troops unless he had an authority with Congress. This is really disgraceful right now, and all Mexicans are really in great danger. And since that lady in California who harassed one of the Hispanic guy, she got fired for being racist and threatened to call ICE and misuse of a 911 call against that Hispanic guy. Good thing she is fired. So, I hope you all are now armed and ready, because it is protesting for America, and it is riot day, we can call it as well, because riot day for America, as the demand of rights for justice for the people and justice for all. To all Antifa, I know you all now that this is very disappointed right now, that since what Trump is doing against you, but you're not alone, because I am supportive to you, because you Antifa are greatest patriots. We are. After all, since you Antifa fought the Nazis since World War II after taking down Hitler's troops and fighting fascism, fighting racism here in our country. And I can say this to the President of the United States, that no one is above the law. You know who is above the law? Jesus is. God is. Because God created the law. And since to around the real earth, we do have laws around. If you break any laws, you will pay the price. And you will have consequences. I know to all Antifa, since what Trump are doing to you is wrong, but let me be clear. You people Antifa are not terrorists. You are a group of fighting fascism. That racism is still around. Ku Klux Klan is still around. We will take down the Ku Klux Klan. But you know, since Trump thinks that he wanted to become a king of America, let's still be clear. Our country doesn't have a king. The leader of America we have is presidents. Since my dad was president of the United States. And I still miss my dad a lot, because since he was president after he dropped out his re-election last year. So I'm sure my dad will see me soon. I would like to meet him, because he is a great president, tried to make things better. I know he tried everything to work so hard to move forward to get our country better. But it was no use, all because of President Trump, by his own hands. So, we sure, in the year 2028, we will have that President Trump will be a sore loser again, just like we beat him almost 5 years later. Since the pandemic we had. And let me be clear to all immigrants. You are no illegal. No illegal should be treated the way Confederacy had. So, ever since we the people, since Abraham Lincoln was president after he abolished slavery. So, here in this peach state, this is South. Because I'm in South right now, and California is in North. So South did won since the Civil War, and I support the North a lot. And instead the Confederacy we had that they claim United States of America is called Confederacy State of America. Instead of calling it, let's call it Antifa State of America. I hope you all agree. Antifa State of America. So Antifa, you all are not alone for this, because since you had no leader you ever had, do you want leadership to lead, how to lead our country well? Well, since my dad was president, he will try to get everything back to normal, but he tried everything. It's like I said, he tried. So, since you all Antifa people had no leader, well, guess what? I'm gonna be your leader. And I hope you all agree that you can have me as a leader. The leader who can slay racism. The leader who can have a great leadership. The leader who has kindness. The leader who makes our country great, since my uncle Barack Obama was president, even including George W. Bush, the son, Bill Clinton, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Grover Cleveland, Franklin Roosevelt, and John F. Kennedy, and many others, and except for one president who I despise, Donald Trump, because he is no great president. He is not a leadership. He is a dictatorship. So, Antifa, since like I said, you have no leader, but I can be your leader. So, I can be your king of this group. Your king who can lead to fight racism. Right now, since there is no king rally right now in America, rather in California, Chicago, Georgia, Florida, Texas, New York, and I think Delaware, where my dad lives, Oklahoma, I think, Nevada, Arizona, and many other America states. So, this has to end now, what President Trump is doing. I can be your king as the king of Antifa. So right now, Antifa, once you take my order, here's this place that you want to go breached. The Nickelodeon Studio. The Nickelodeon Studio has rigged every year because no other animation series has won. But to all of you Antifa people, which series do you love the most? Besides SpongeBob. Jimmy Neutron Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents, Loud House, Wild Pack, Avatar, and El Tigre, which it says means the tiger. That's what the series is called. And The Barnyard. So which one of you Antifa people do you love the series the most of Nickelodeon besides SpongeBob? So go ahead and comment below. So take my order as you want. Take my order because Nickelodeon should be destructed for what they've done every year on award show, on Kids' Choice Award. It's unlawful, rigged, what they've done. Alright, so that's all for I could say. Thank you for hearing me. Antifa, just take my order as I can lead you. Because SpongeBob did not win every year. Only animation won. Because SpongeBob did not win by landslide. Alright, so that's all I can say. Thank you for listening. And thank you for hearing my speech. Go ahead and subscribe, drop a like, and comment below. And make sure you also follow me on X, Facebook, and DanMeAndArt. Turn on notifications so you never miss my new video. So see you on the next video soon, everyone.